What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today I want to share with you another absolutely insane gold farm that you can do in the War Within. This is going to be another 2x4 gold farm, and what that means is that you have two groups of 4 people farming together. You can also be a 5-man group, but I would highly recommend being in a 2x4. So for those of you who are new to 2x4 farming, once again it's 2 groups of 4 farming together in a location, and by being 4 people you can both loot the same mobs, assuming you all get the tags on that mob. Now this farm is going to be a tailoring plus inscription gold farm, so you're farming for cloth and the Dark Moon cards. That being said, you also get greens and blues, but I'll be talking a little bit more about those in this video and a future video as well. Now for this video, I want to show you guys where the farm is. I want to show you guys why you want to farm here. I want to show you the build you want to have for both tailoring and inscription, so we'll go through that as well. And I want to show you exactly how it works. That's why I'm playing it in the screen right now. And you're seeing this from the boring perspective. I'm the monk, so what I'm doing is basically I'm putting down the statue, I'm healing my statue, I'm doing some AoE DPS as well, right? So it's pretty easy for me, it's pretty easy for the Boomkins as well, to be fair. And I made a similar video to this 2 days ago, and the differences are between this farm and the other farm is that this one requires a lot less movement by basically everyone. Even as a Boomkin, you can almost stand still, maybe run in small circles around the statue, and just pull everything. In the Nerubians location that we had in the video from 2 days ago, we had to move around a lot and bring the mobs to the statue. In this case, they keep spawning in a very condensed area, which makes it for a chill farm and very good farm. Now, I'm using Loot Appraiser in the top left, so you can see the rough value of the farm, and the difference between me and a lot of other creators here in this case, like in the past I've been doing the same, but now I have up my TSM, or my TSM app, and my Loot Appraiser is updated constantly. So instead of having those fake values of 2,000 gold per cloth and making 1 million gold per hour, these prices are the exact prices at my auction house at the moment of starting this farm. Now, that's a little bit risky because sometimes somebody posts a bait on the auction house, and what that means is that they post 1 stack of 1 cloth for like 2 gold to try to bait someone else to do the same, then they buy theirs, right? So that's a risk that I run, but for the most part this is much like more accurate to the gold per hour you should expect. Now in this case, the gold in the top left is the absolute bottom you should expect at the current moment. The prices keep going up and down a little bit, like they go down, then they go up, then they go down again, and the market is kind of interesting. At the same time, we have the official launch tomorrow as well, so the market could actually go up then, or it could go down. It's going to be fun, interesting and fun to see. But in this case, you can see exactly what I'm getting. This is a clip from yesterday and just keeps pausing, so I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit here. But yeah, we're getting more gold in this as well. This is like the bottom amount of gold that we're getting, because when we get greens and blues, they are being counted as 300 to 400 gold each, because some of the blues and greens are worth that. But with the item level we're looting them at level 80, I sell the blues, for example, I sell for about 5,000 gold each. Now, we didn't get many blues. After about 4 hours of farming, I had about 20 blues, but that is 20 times about 5,000 each. That's 100,000 gold in blues, so 25,000 gold more per hour. Now, some of the blues I've sold for 50,000 gold, by the way. Like if you get a good weapon that people can't craft with other professions, if you get some good one-handed, so good two-handed, or just something good, you can get rings. If you get a ring with a socket, that is absolutely insane, or rings with avoidance or leech, that's also really good. So the blues can actually be worth a lot of gold, and once again I've sold them for tens of thousands of gold, but I count them as about 5k each, because some of them are below 5k and some of them are vastly above 5k. So just rounding it to about 5k per blue just seems like the best bet here, rather shoot for too little and end up making more. So you can add 25,000 gold per hour to the farm, which makes it about a 100k per hour farm right now, with the prices after they've gone down in price by quite a bit. So 100k per hour is still pretty good. With that being said, at this point you've seen how the farm works, but you haven't seen where we're farming, or we haven't talked about the build that I'm using at all. So that's what I want to do now in the video, so I'm going to take away this clip, because once again, you've seen how the farm works, and we've talked about the value of the farm and everything like that. So with that being said, we're now going over to me right now, and this is me, my character Solheim, and I want to talk about one of the builds. My first build is Inscription, and for Inscription, this is the build that I'm rocking. We have 0, 20, 15, 15, and 5, so I'm 10 knowledge points away from increasing my Darkmoon cards drop by another 50%. And the reason why I want to spec into this is that we are farming. Once again, it's a farming character, and the only thing we benefit from here is the Darkmoon cards. So we're trying to get as many of them to the 50% mark here as possible, and then we drop them. So at the start here, you just want to go 0, 0, 15, because you don't even have to put a point in here to learn a subspec. So at the start, if you're starting out now, you go 0, and then 0, and then I think Radiance is the best one, so you go 15. After that, you go back here and put in 10 points, and after putting in 10 points, you can learn the second subspec. In that case, Ascension looks to be the second best one, so you go to Ascension, and after you go to Ascension, you go back up once again, 15 points, right, to get 50%, then you go back up, put in another 10 points, so now you have 20, to unlock the next subspec, and then you go down here for 15, eventually you go back up here, put 10 more points in, and 15 points more. Now, for me, I can actually get to this right now, because I still have to make some treatises for Inscriptions. I have 7 points to get right here, and then we have the 8th point right here, and I can make a couple more crafts like the Darkmoon sigils and actually get myself to the point of having another 50%. So I can have 3 out of 4 50%ers right now when I'm farming. I just wanted to point that out. So I'm not farming at the absolute optimal efficiency that I can, but I'm still getting about 100k per hour, and that's for Inscription. Now you have seen the entire build for Inscription. The main gold maker though is going to be tailoring, and for tailoring I'm going to tell you the mistake that I've made that isn't really that bad, but it's still a little bit bad. So first of all, we have textile treasures. You want to have this one to increase the amount of cloth you find. So this one is 30 points, right? So you spend 30 points into textile treasures, and then you will increase the amount of cloth you find with about 100%, so you will double the amount of cloth you find really fast. Now, after this, I went into it from dawn until dusk, which by itself isn't bad, but you don't actually have to put in any points here, because by putting in 0 points, you can learn one of them. So you can put in 0 points and then learn one of them, but I went for 30 points here to learn both of them. So at the moment I can loot both Dawnweave and Duskweave, but it cost me 30 points. Now what you should do instead is probably go to Quality Fabric, because in Quality Fabric you can actually increase the amount of quality you find as well. So when you put 15 points here, you will get Quality 2 Fabric or Quality 2 Cloth, and when you put in all the points, you can get Quality 3. You will not guarantee Quality 3, but you will find Quality 3 quite often when you're farming, and that counts for Dawnweave as well. You get Quality 3 Dawnweave, and you also get Quality 3 Weaver Cloth, and also Duskweave. So you get Quality 3 out of all of them. Even the bolts you find, you can get those at Quality 3. So yeah, this one is really important. So if I had a do-over here, I would go for 30 points here, because once again, that's quantity. So 30 points into Textile Treasures, then go into here to put another 30 points in. That requires 60 points in tailoring, by the way, but I do have that right now. So we go for 30 points for quantity, then we go for another 30 points for quality. And the thing is, in order to unlock from dawn until dusk, I have to skill up tailoring more to unlock the third spec. So in that case, I would actually skill up tailoring by any means necessary. We can go for Weaver Cloth Embroidery Thread until that's green, and then either continue that or go into something like Duskweave Bag, which will cost us a little bit of gold, like 10,000 gold per knowledge point, but I think it's worth making because you make the gold back anyway by selling the bag. So you can make that and basically get free skill points when you sell the bag, of course. So even if you break even, that's good. So recap on tailoring: quantity here 30 points, quality in quality fabric for 30 points, and then unlock from dawn until dusk, but don't put any points in, because when you learn this with 0 points, you can learn a subspec, which lets you learn either dawn weave or dusk weave, and that's the build you want to go for. Now, I haven't shown you the location, so for some reason saved that until the end, so you're basically farming around this place. Like if you go to Delver Kriegel's Rest, it's basically right outside that delve, so you follow this road and it's right at these stairs, exactly where my thing is right now, or I can ping. So like exactly where this map pin sharing location is, that's where you want to go. So once again, another farm right outside Dornogal. We had the previous one, which was down here, right? And that was south of Dornogal, and now we have one that is right east of Dornogal. So the two farms that we have found, like both of the good ones, they are right outside the capital city, which I don't know why, but that's funny. With that being said, I also want to do a little bit of a shout out to my gold making guide here, because the support on this guide has been absolutely insane, and I saved this shout out for the end of this video, because I just wanted to cover the farm in depth, for those of you who want to see the farm first. So there we go, and if you haven't checked out the guide, please consider doing so, the link is down below. And once again, the support has been insane, the feedback has been really great, and everyone that I've been talking to that has the guide has been really happy about the purchase. Now, the guide itself is supposed to be an outline to gold making, kind of an introduction, and also a intermediate introduction, because the guide itself is supposed to be advanced but easily readable. So I'm trying to put as much advanced info as I can, but also make it very easy to understand. It's already 100+ pages, and I'm trying to keep it short, so like to me, I feel like I'm trying to pack as much info as I can into as little space as I can for the guide, to not have it be like a 500-page guide, right? Now, in addition to that, when you buy the guide, you get access to a Discord server, where I give you guys early access to videos. Even right now, we have a couple of videos in early access on how to take your gold making to the absolute next level, and make millions in the War Within. So if you want my help to make gold in the War Within, check out that gold making guide. That support really means a lot and allows me to spend more time playing the game, finding ways to make gold, and then making those public. So once again, thank you so much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any other farms you want me to try, or like any farms you want to share, do so in the comments down below, or step by on Twitch. Either way, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.